Happy Friday! I ran Shivani out of town so I could spend a few minutes with you today. So she pops on here weekly to give you some ninja tactics on, keeping you informed on the economy, interest rates, and having level up conversations with your clients. But where I really shine is structuring deals like a ninja. So that's what I'm going to go over with you today. But first, an economic update, of course. So we got inflation data today. PCE, or personal consumption expenditures, the Fed's favorite measure of inflation. And we're a little stuck on these readings. So here's the highlight. When we look at core, which strips out housing and other things like that, we're at 2.78%. We're anticipating inflation to hang around this 2.5% to 3% range, likely through the end of the year. So what does this mean when the Fed is targeting 2% inflation? Well, they hyped us up at the beginning of the year for 3 rate cuts this year, but in all reality, it'll probably end up being closer to 2. And it will probably be prompted by the labor market beginning to show more signs of weakness. So if I had to hazard a guess, which we know is a dangerous game, but hey, I take this leaf from Shivani's book, I would say we'll be somewhere around 6% by the end of the year. So hold me to it. Okay, back to my comfort zone. Loans, sweet loans. Okay, a couple updates that you should be aware of. Fannie and Freddie, the government-sponsored enterprises that write the guidelines for mortgages. No, it's not Biden who does this, and it wasn't Trump who did this before him. Fannie and Freddie just released a new program to enhance their Home Ready, Home Possible loans. They're offering a $2,500 credit for down payment or closing costs. That's awesome. What's the catch, you ask? Well, it's a VLIP, VLIP, or Very Low Income Purchase Credit, meaning it's hard to qualify for. So let's talk traditional DPA, down payment assistance. Maybe this credit doesn't work, but what about DPA? Everyone has questions about that. So, couple talking points for you with your clients. Down payment assistance is not just for first timers. We get this question all the time. Well, I don't want to co-sign with so-and-so, or I don't want to have them co-sign for me because I'm a first-time homebuyer. You can actually do a down payment assistance program if you're not a first-time homebuyer, or in some cases, if you have a co-signer who's not a first-time homebuyer. These programs are meant to give money for down payment, and depending on the program, it can also be used for closing costs. What's the catch on these, you ask? Well, there are higher interest rates, usually, and they also come with additional fees. Plus, if you refinance or sell the home too early, you might need to pay the assistance back. Also, updates to these Nevada Housing Division programs within the past year. Almost all of these down payment assistance programs are not forgivable until 30 years has passed. It used to be at like 5 to 7 year. There are still some that allow you a 5-year or a shorter forgiveness period, but almost all of them now are 30-year forgivable. So, still in some cases, this can be a great way to get into a house with little out of pocket. But more importantly, having a lender to explain all the pros and cons and the loopholes of free money. Okay, next up, we have a new community lending program, meaning that certain neighborhoods are eligible for extra stellar interest rate pricing. What's really cool is that it's available to all borrowers buying a primary residence in these neighborhoods, even on a multifamily property. All the cool loan financing strategies are still available with this program, just extra good rates. Speaking of, this is slightly older news that you may have already heard, but worth mentioning again. Conventional loans on multifamily properties now only require 5% down if it's going to be a primary residence. Yep. Before, if anyone was buying a multifamily unit, home to live in, the options were FHA 3.5% down or conventional 15 to 25% down. Not anymore, my friends. It's going to be pretty cool for our aspiring real estate investors who don't want FHA upfront premium or permanent PMI, or maybe it's on a property that simply wouldn't be able to be financed with an FHA loan. Last, and my personal favorite, our All Western Mortgage exclusive Home Simple program. It's a literal cash program for buyers who need financing. We buy homes in cash and then resell them to the client. This allows them to write offers with literally no contingencies other than the home inspection and offer the seller a 2-week close. In a market that's heating up like ours, and for your clients who have all their equity wrapped up in their current home, this is a game changer. And there are 4,500 other utilizations of this program that, again, are going to be incredible. We're hosting a class next week on Wednesday, April 3rd at 10:30, all about this program and specific ways you can leverage it to grow your business. It's a game changer. It's going to be a game changer for your clients, and it can be for your business too. So send us a message to RSVP, and happy Easter.